Managing and carrying the self by setting goals for success. Learning objectives. First is discuss the Bandura self-efficacy theory and Dweck's mindset theory. Second is identify their four main sources of self-efficacy. Third is differentiate between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset as described by Dweck. Lastly is understand and apply the concept of Dweck's goal setting. Albert Bandura. Albert Bandura, December 4, 1952, July 26, 2024, was a Canadian-American psychologist and a professor at Standard University. The term self-efficacy was first concerned by him. Bandura's self-efficacy theory suggests that a person's confidence in his abilities and determine his drives and decisions. Next is self-efficacy. Albert Bandura defines self-efficacy as the belief in one's capabilities to organize and execute the across of action required to manage and prospective solutions. Put it simply, it is a person's belief in their ability to succeed in a particular solution. Base kay Bandura, ang self-efficacy daw kay ang paniniwala sang isa ka tao sa iya nga sarili nga kakayahan para magplano o kag maghimo sa mga steps or mga hakbang nga kailangan malampasan sa isa ka sitwasyon. Or amo ni ang tiwala sa isa ka tao sa iya nga sarili nga kakayahan para ma-achieve ang isa ka certain nga situation. Next is the four principal sources of self-efficacy. First is active mastery experiences. Second is vicarious experiences, verbal persuasion, and lastly is emotional and psychological status. First, let's discuss the inactive mastery experiences. Inactive mastery experiences is gaining relevant experience with the task or job. This refers to the experiences one gains when they take a new challenge and are successful at doing so. Mastery experiences are the most influential source of efficacy information because they provide the most attentive evidence with one can master whatever it so succeed. Diri daw sa inactive mastery experiences, kung ang isa ka tao daw naka-experience sang tagumpay or achievement sa iya nga ginahimo or sa iya nga ginahimo kay nagataas daw iya nga tiwala sa iya nga sarili. Next is vicarious experiences. The second important source of self-efficacy is the vicarious experiences provided by social models. Vicarious experiences involve observing other people successfully completing a task. When one has positive role models in their life, especially those who display a healthy level of self-efficacy, one is more likely to absorb at least few of those positive beliefs about the self. Social role models including older sibling, older friends, parents, aunts and uncles, grandparents, teachers, coaches, and employees. Diri sa vicarious experiences is ga-observe ta sa iban kung paano nila ma-achieve tong ginahimo nila. So since ga-observe man ta kung paano nila mahimuon tong mga bagay nga na-achieve nila, may aras ang tendency nga ma-inspire ta sa ilang ginahimo. So ma-inspire ta sa ilang ginahimo. Tapos sundon naton tong mga strategy nila kung paano nila na-achieve tong mga ginahimo nila. Next is verbal persuasion. It involves someone convincing other person that they can perform a task successfully. Diri sa my verbal persuasion is nagataas daw ang self-efficacy kung may ara sang iban nga tao nga nagahatag sang encouragement or compliment or tiwala nga kaya naton himuon ang isa ka bagay. For example, may ara ka sang singing contest. Bago mo i-perform, ginhambalan ka na isang imo nga trainer nga kaya mo na. Dahil sa imo nga trainer, may ara ka na sang courage nga magkanta confidently. Lastly is the emotional and psychological states. The emotional, physical, and psychological well-being of a person can influence how they feel about their abilities in a particular situation. Diri sa may ang emotional, physical, kag psychological well-being daw sa isa ka tao ay nakakaapekto sa tiwala niya sa sarili. For example, niara ka sa exam tapos grabe imo kulba basi hindi mo mapasa, so dahil sa kulba mo kag sa mga negative thoughts mo nga hindi mo mapasa ang imo nga exam daw wala ka na tiwala sa imo nga sarili.
Carol Dweck. Carol Dweck was an American psychologist and professor university. Dweck's work on mindset work became widely popularized following the publication of her 2006 Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. What is mindset theory? Mindset theory it possesses that people have different beliefs about the malleability of human attributes.
According to psychologist Carol Dweck, there are two beliefs in intelligence, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So first is the fixed mindset. So fixed mindset, 7 people with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities can be changed, and people who believe that success is based on their innate abilities have a fixed mindset theory at intelligence. Dread failure because it is a negative statement of their basic abilities. So ang fixed mindset daw believe that nga ang abilities ng tao hindi na ma-change. Kung ano ka karon, amo ka lang dito forever. Then also hadlok sila sa failure o mistakes. Why? Kay hadlok sila mag-try sang iban nga bagay kay basi mapahuyan sila or i-judge sila sang iban nga tao. Then dali sila magsuko. Kay pag feeling nila nga hindi nila kaya, hindi sila nga i-try nila to nga bagay, then masilingan sila nga hindi ko na dayon ni kaya. Then example sini is ako ay may ara ko sang fixed mindset nga tao. Then may ara ko sang friend. Ang friend ko is may na-achieve or nadaog siya. Then at least nga ma-inspire ko sa iya. Samot ko nga mag-inggit kay nahadlok ko mag-try amo na nga hindi ko pud siya ma-achieve nga bagay. Then pag makasiling ka gid, pag may fixed mindset ang tao kay always nila ginahambal nga di ko na kaya, wala na guro ko pag-asa. Then also example sini kay sa mentally and emotionally kay first is I am a failure, second things will never get better, third I will probably fail this test. Then sa socially, sometimes po nga ginahambal nila is I can't make friends. Second, everyone can around me is fake. Then third is I can't trust anyone. So second is the growth mindset. So ang growth mindset, people who believe that success is have on hard work, learning, training, and perseverance have growth theory of intelligence. Do not mind or fear failure as much because they realize their performance can be improved and learning comes from failure. People believe that their abilities can change with practice. So, ayun naman yung growth mindset is nagka-believe sila nga ang success is have on hard work. So, mga tao nga may growth mindset kay may mga positive mindset na sila. Then hindi ni sila limited ilahuna-huna. Like, masaling sila nga kung ano ka karon, pwede ka pa magbago sunod na adlaw or sunod. Pwede ka pa magbago sunod. Then, sa mga feedback sa mga tao is ginagamit na nila para sa improvement nila. Hindi nga para sa na mapahuyan sila or ginadibdib nila tong feedback sa tao. Ginahimo nila improvement para nga mas maayo pagit sila o mas maging ma-improve pagit sila sunod. Then, example sini is ako na bagsak ko sa math exam. Then masiling ko is hindi gid ko math person niya, pero sige lang, kaya ko ni kag testingan ko gid hangtod sa makuha ko ang tama nga answer. Then also ang example sining growth mindset is instead of nang ginahambal na I'm not good at this, I give up, it's good enough, I can't make this better, this is too hard, I made a mistake, I just can't do this, plan A didn't work. Instead nga mag-try sila sang think sang what am I missing, I'll use a different strategy. I am always improve. This may help me to learn. I am going to train my brain. There's always a plan B. Then, ang different between fixed and growth mindset kay sa fixed mindset, kay nag-avoid challenges, give up easily. Yes, always gini siya. Views effort as fruitless, ignores useful feedback, feels threatened by other success. Then sa growth mindset kay embrace challenges, persist through obstacle, views effort as necessary for growth, learn from criticism, and find inspiration in other success.
Luke's goal theory, developed by Dr. Edwin A. Luke, that goal and intentions drive human by values and beliefs. So, ang meaning sina if sa isa ka tao may ara sang goal nga gusto niya makuha, tapos kailangan niya gid nga persistent nga maging productive para ma-achieve niya ang iyang gusto. Example, isa ka student gusto niya makakuha sang dako nga grado, tapos so mag-study siya adlaw-adlaw para makuha niya ang gusto niya gid i-achieve ang dako nga grado. Goal setting theory, setting specific goals generates higher levels performance that resting vague goals. Goal setting theory refers to the effects of setting goals on subsequent performance. By setting goals yourself, you stay motivated. Ang example niya sina is mayroon sing isa ka bata nga nga gusto niya maging atleta, tapos nga i-pursue niya gid nga nga mag-training siya adlaw-adlaw kaya kuhaon niya nga albawa gusto niya gusto niya makalakad sa higher meet, makasaraa siya, tapos dapat mag-training siya adlaw-adlaw para makuha niya gid ang iyang goal.
So, there are 5 principles of goal setting. First is clarity. Clarity, clear goals are measurable, unambiguous, and behavioral. So, sa clarity, dapat madali mong maintindihan kung ano ang goal mo. Track your progress and know when you've achieved it. So, for example, gusto mong ma-improve yung grades mo. Para ma-improve mo ito, magsiset ka ng goal. Pwede mong gawin ang pag-study for 2 hours pagkatapos kumain ng pananghalian. Then, magpo-focus ka doon sa subject na gusto mong ma-improve yung grade mo bago matapos ang first semester or ang semester. Next principle is difficulty. So, when setting goals, make each goal a challenge. So, sa difficulty, dapat mahirap ito para ganahan ka at mapilitang ma-improve. Pero hindi naman sobrang hirap na mawalan ka ng gana. So for example, gusto mong makakuha ng mataas na grade sa math. Challenging na yon. Kailangan mong mag-aral ng mabuti at magsagot ng maraming practice problem. Pero kung ang goal mo lang ay pumasa, baka hindi ka ganahan kasi hindi ka masyadong nagsusumikap.
The third principles of goal setting is commitment. So commitment put deliberate effort into meeting. So from the words commit, kumbaga nangako ka. So intention mo nga buhaton mo na nga goal like siya ang commitment abi is naga-refer siya sa individual determination kung unsa ka determinado ang isa ka tao nga kana nga bagay nga buhaton niya. Bisan even though naga-encounter siya sa mga struggle, but nagaput siya sang effort para buhaton niya na. Like for example, I want to save more money in case there's an emergency. So ikaw kato nga goal is gusto mo ma-achieve. So dapat kung gusto mo na siya ma-achieve, then you need to put an effort effortan mo gid siya nga buhaton mo gid na kay ano bi dili na to ma-achieve ang isa ka goal na to or goal na to kung dili ta maningkamot. So dapat kay nag-commit naman ka na nga butang nga gusto mo na ma-achieve is dapat buhaton mo gid siya. Mag-active ka ba? Active working hard. Mag-acting ka towards that goal. Then mo to siya. Ang next principles is feedback. So, feedback is provide opportunities to clarify expectation, adjust the goal difficulty, and gain recognition. Ang clarify expectation, kumbaga, is yung kanang ga-adjust ka, like kung align ba ang imong ginabuhat sa imong goal. Align ba? So, para masabtan na to siya, maghatag ko sang example. So, ang example ani is I want to improve my speaking skills. So, ako is para ma-improve na ako ang akong speaking skill is maghanap kumbaga mag-seek ko sang mga videos nga para makatabang sa kuha na ma-improve. Except po sa mga videos, pwede po ko makaasang help sa mga teachers nako, sa akong mga ate, sa akong ginikanan. Then, if mag-try na kog speak sa in front of them, then maghatag sila sang feedback nako kung asa ko mag-focus or asa pa nako need mag-improve nga kanang mga bagay like ano ba need ba nako improve the way ko mag-pronounce, the way ko mag eye contact sa mga audience. So the last principles of goal setting is task complexity. So task complexity is how the complexity task influence goal settings and achievements. So ang task complexity is paunsa daw nato na impluwensyahan ang goal settings. So ang task complexity is dako siya nga tabang kung mag-set ta sang goal o gusto nato ma-achieve. Kasi ang task complexity is nag-start siya sa mga small steps maliit hangtod nga ma-achieve nimo siyang goal. Then ang task complexity is naga-set siya time for learning is bagano ka sa mga strategies, time for planning para mas maging effective ang imong nga goal, mas maging achievable gid siya. Then like for example is balikan nato example sa feedback. Sa feedback, I want to improve my speaking skills. So para mas ma-improve imong speaking skills is first nimong buhaton is you need to present your outline. Then after sang outline is magtanaw na ka sa mga videos. Kamang need nimo i-apply sa imong kagalingon good nga ay mo na akong buhaton ana para if mag-deliver na ka ana is kumaga di na ka makulbaan kay may knowledge kumbaga may knowledge na ka ana then mo na siya ang purpose ang task complexity.